Now, let me bring in Osama Nazzal. He is a Palestinian affairs analyst joining us live from Jenin in occupied West Bank. Osama, always good to see you. This new deadline from Donald Trump, 22 GMT on Sunday, how much pressure does that add onto Hamas now that are still studying this proposal?
First of all, the issue is not related to Hamas movement. This is the issue of every Palestinian as it relates to the national cause of Palestine and to the national rights of the Palestinian people. So this is not really a trade deal that you accept it or refuse it. So giving such time means that he is thinking and he is handling the whole situation from a trade perspective, which is not a way for conflict resolution. I think this is a recipe for more bloodshed and for catastrophic situation that is befalling Gaza now and every time. So what is needed from the American administration, if it is having the real intention to stop this genocidal war against the Palestinian people, to listen to the appeals and to the calls of the mediators and of the parties that Donald Trump met with during their presence in New York, and negotiate an agreement that guarantees the right of the Palestinian people to self-determination and the right of the Palestinian people to statehood. And this is what the Palestinian presidency and the Palestinian government here in Ramallah welcome. The Palestinians are ready to cooperate with the American administration on the basis that guarantees the Palestinians' right to self-determination. And of course, the first priority is to stop shedding the blood of the Palestinian children and women in Gaza.
So in its current form, I mean, you heard from John Brain there in Washington earlier that this proposal seems to have been changed after Trump meeting with Netanyahu compared to that which was presented to those Arab and Muslim leaders in that meeting in New York. But anyway, we have this current form, those 21 point plans. Is Hamas in a position to accept it in this current form, or do you think that it needs to be tweaked in some way?
Look, the situation that the Palestinian people have, especially in Gaza, is unbearable. And even it is difficult for anybody on this planet to imagine. And this, what the Palestinian people, all the people and all the Palestinian leadership are craving for, to end this Israeli genocidal war against Gaza. But the 21-point Trump-Netanyahu plan does not guarantee that Israel is going to end its war against Gaza, because it's clear it's calling for releasing the Israeli captives and about modest. They used the term modest withdrawal of the Israeli forces as we were listening to Netanyahu-Trump press conference in Washington, and they did not talk about withdrawal. And at the same time, it guarantees the presence of the Israeli occupation forces with what they call security zone, which is about 25 square kilometers of this very tiny Palestinian enclave of Gaza. So no guarantee that the war would stop, and no guarantee that Gaza is going to be rebuilt, because they did not mention anything about the reconstruction mechanism of Gaza or the funding of the reconstruction process. So it lacks much really, and it provides nothing, even it doesn't provide little. And that's why I think the parties, and we heard that from more than one Arab official, and at the same time from the foreign minister of Pakistan, that there was change in the plan after Netanyahu-Trump meeting. It is not the plan that was presented to the Arab and Muslim leaders during the meeting with him. And that's why the parties believe that it needs more time for more negotiations. And this is the way that conflicts among nations are resolved, not by giving them a deadline. Either you accept or I cut your throat. This is not a recipe for peace and for stability. I think this is a recipe for killing more and more Palestinian children and Palestinian women.
Osama Nazzal, always good to hear your analysis here on the program. Thank you so much, sir.